Hello friend, Zachary Stockill here from retroactivejealousy.com, and today I am answering a reader email from Rosie. Rosie writes, I constantly worry that my partner's friends/family are going to bring up past times or people where I'll come across items in my boyfriend's room, whatever, that are associated with my boyfriend's ex. These things have happened previously, and I've gone into a meltdown. My anxiety spirals out of control and I shut myself off. Please help advise how I can control my emotions and thoughts when a past event or memory from my boyfriend's past gets brought up. So thanks for your email, Rosie. Pretty common situation. And obviously the overarching answer is you have more work to do in terms of overcoming retroactive jealousy. You have more probably exercises to do, more practices and perspectives to take on to really help with this issue. You know, as I often say, overcoming retroactive jealousy requires a multi-pronged approach. It's multiple elements, multiple perspectives, multiple practices, multiple exercises. It's not an overnight sort of fix kind of situation, regardless of what anyone on the internet tries to tell or sell you. So ultimately, this really comes down to just putting in more effort, more work in terms of overcoming retroactive jealousy. However, that said, I want to give you really 3 very practical tips that can hopefully help in these social situations when there's some memories or some connections to your partner's past. First tip, really simple, is focus on your breath. So immediately, if you feel that anxious response start flaring up, just bring it back to your breath, and I guarantee this will help. This might not solve the entire problem right away, but immediately, whenever you feel yourself getting anxious, I just want you to bring the focus back to your breath. If you want, you can take a minute and go to the bathroom or whatever. Take deep breaths in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. You'll find that will kind of calm your whole system down at least a little bit. Secondly, you may have heard me say this in another video, but let's say you're in a room, you're standing up, you're having a glass of wine, and someone mentions something about your partner's ex. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Bear with me, I know this sounds weird, but I'm telling you, if you practice this, it can really help. So rather than letting your mind start to race and letting your thoughts race and all that, just kind of letting your brain go crazy, immediately try to bring the focus back to the soles of your feet. Try to feel the weight of your body on the soles of your feet. Try to feel your feet on the grass or on the carpet or in your shoes or whatever, and just put your attention there. And you'll find that over time, this will become a habit, and it'll just be kind of like a literal grounding exercise. Like there's a reason people use this term. I find him very grounding, or his energy is very grounding, or I felt really grounded in that moment. It's because when we put attention into our feet, we're literally grounded. We can feel our weight on the earth. Everything's okay. I'm not flying off the planet. I'm here. I'm present. I have the power. I have the strength to deal with this. It's going to be okay. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And if you want, you can combine this with tip number 1, which was focusing on your breath. So just stand there, focus on your feet, take some deep breaths, and hopefully this 2-pronged approach will really help. And finally, if you're in a social situation where there's conversation that comes up that is, either about your ex's past or someone mentioned something you don't want to talk about or whatever, there's an art to this. Sometimes you have to be a little bit sneaky about it, but I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with kind of shifting the conversation topic to something that is a little less, fraught with peril for retroactive jealousy sufferers. If you want, you can ask someone a question or, change it to a different topic or, comment on something else or comment on a related topic that maybe isn't directly related to the topic that was previously being discussed. But basically, I don't think there's anything wrong with, in certain moments, especially if you're in the early stages of overcoming retroactive jealousy, I don't think there's anything wrong with, in these moments, shifting the conversation topic to something that's a little less stressful and hopefully something that, won't bother you too much. But I do think that should be a last resort. I do think that you should focus on the first 2 techniques above all else. And again, more broadly, the overarching theme of this video is, frankly, just, this requires overcoming retroactive jealousy and putting in more work on yourself, taking the steps you need to take. And the more you do that, the less these social situations, the less these moments have the potential to really bother you and to interrupt your day. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please be sure to click thumbs up below. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be talking to you again very soon.